Hello everyone. Review of this weekend's boxing. I actually watched 3 shows. I watched 2.5 actually. Usually I review straight after the main event of the big Saturday fight, but I watched some fantastic boxing in America last night. I wanted to cover a few fights that I saw over there. We'll start with Azim and Lipinets. Azim is really good. Really good. Yeah. I'm not sure how good Lipinets still is, but I don't think we can take anything away from Azim. I thought it was outstanding. First 5 or 6 rounds, boxed brilliantly, and I'm probably more impressed how he just, took it to Lipinets. He started to bully him. He out-strengthened him. I know he'd already dropped him and hurt him and beat him up a bit, but it was still impressive how he mixed it up and forced a stoppage. I think he's really good. It's difficult to say is he the best in Britain right now, because you've got Catchell who's dined at the very top table, but I don't know. For the first time last night, I thought, I think he could beat Dalton Smith. I don't think they're in the Jack Catchell conversation yet, because they've not mixed it at the top level yet. But last night I did think this fella will beat Dalton Smith, and I never said that before. He's just ginormous at the weight. My only worry, there's 2 worries. 1, he won't make the weight for much longer, and 2, he hasn't been hit yet, but he's already boxed at a good level, and I think it's a good time when they've not been hit yet. Offensively, he's outstanding. Yeah, he's top class. Defensively, I still think there's a few gaps there, but he's that big and good. He's not been hit back yet, so yeah, I think he's really good. I do think he's the real deal. My dad texted for halfway and said, "Oh, he could get hard weight this." I say, "Get to bed, pal. It'll be over in a couple of rounds." But he's good. Yeah, I think he's really good. Other fights on the card that were interesting. Callum Simpson. He makes more of a fan of me every time I watch him. He's very exciting. I always say technically he's not great, and I don't think he is. But he's that big and fit. He's relentless, really. The opponent came to have a go. Made it a good fight. It was a good fight. I do enjoy watching Simpson. He's wild and entertaining. When he steps up in levels, though, he's not going to get away with doing this. So it will be interesting. I'd like to see him box Jeffers, because Jeffers can box. With Simpson, it'd be more the punches I worry about, but Jeffers is good enough to give him more to worry about than his face so far. But I was impressed with him last night. It was a good performance, especially making the weight twice in 3 weeks is not an easy thing to do when you're that big. Then the heavyweight fight, TKV and Michael Webster, I thought was a shocker. I boxed Webster years ago, beat him. Sparred him, nice fella, but he just looked out of shape and he didn't look interested, didn't want to be there. TKV worked much better last night, I didn't think. I like watching TKV. I think he's really good. Technically, I think he's very good. He out-jabbed Webster, which I've not seen before. But he don't, I don't know. I know you can not look in great shape and be well conditioned, but he put shots together and you think, wow, this fella's really, really good. Does it like once or twice every 3 or 4 rounds, which is not enough. And luckily Webster wasn't in shape. Johnny Nelson said, "Oh, he can box Dave Allen or Fisher next." I know I don't like that, because that's not a good level. And I thought, Johnny, I don't like that. Why? What do you mean? I didn't like that at all, to be honest. Me and Johnny Fisher are good. I'm a very good fighter. I'm an old lazy bastard, but I'm a very, very good boxer, and you should know that. Johnny Fisher's a big handful. Would TKV beat me on last night's performance? Not a chance. Or Fisher, to be honest. But he can box. But he just, I don't know, he flatters to deceive sometimes. Sometimes I watch him and I really like him, and sometimes I think he's not going nowhere. but that's my honest perspective on it. Other fights on the card of interest. Scott Forrest got beat. I thought he might. I think Scott Forrest and Ignat could box 10 times and probably go 5 apiece. Forrest is exciting, but he's there to get knocked out. He's there to get chinned because he's just that open. Because he's too busy thinking he's going to knock you out instead of thinking what's coming back. But I thought Ignat would win, so I'm over the moon with myself. Rest of the card, Colombo, the Congolese fella, is a top class. George Groves kid looked okay. Alfie Clegg I enjoyed watching. The rest of the card was what it was. Friday night, Janae Boston Fawaz. If you scored it round by round, you could see a draw, I thought. Overall, Fawaz had the better of it, but round by round, a draw, I wouldn't have been overly disagreeable with. Janae looked outstanding early. It's very good, Janae Boston. Very, very good. He's an outstanding boxer. It comes down to one or two things. He's either not living the life or he's not physically strong or powerful enough to go to his ability will take him. Which one of them things it is, I'm not sure. But he's a brilliant boxer. But Fawaz has been a good boxer for years, so hopefully they do it again. Lidard's good. Talking about British title fight, I don't think so just yet. Viziola is good. I really like Sains. Buttigieg is just a kid. Taylor Bevan is very good. And last night, I didn't watch the main PBC card with Benavidez and the Cuban fella, or Pitbull Cruz and whoever he boxed. I'm not an American boxing aficionado, I'll be completely honest. But I did watch 2 fights. I watched a Cuban fella, Cuban middleweight, Yoenli Hernandez, I think he was called, and he was brilliant. I would keep an eye on him. He could be middleweight champion in the next 12 months if he gets the opportunities. He was very, very good. And I watched the fight, I think with 2 feathers or super feathers. Olivo got stopped in the last round by an Argentinian fella. And this Olivo fella was winning easy. It's worth watching. He said he was a big fan of Manuel Marquez, and I could see it, the Mexican fella. I thought it was a few rounds up going into the last round. He got put down with body shots twice and stopped. A brilliant fight. So if you can find that on the undercard at the PBC show last night, Argentinian fella against Olivo, definitely worth a watch. But a cracking weekend's boxing, I thought. Azim, the real deal for definite, yeah.